to this month's market report. It's Brad Dohek here with Gulf Point Properties. It is also March Madness, and at this point, I don't know if we're talking about basketball, if we're talking about real estate. So this month, I want to help you understand what's going on in this market, make sense of it, and then figure out how to adapt and work with what the field that we're playing on, if you will. So March update is usually the best update of the year. I love the March update because we're well into our high season. We're starting to understand what the dynamics are going to be for the year, but based on how we kick everything off. So as always, we're gonna get into a year-over-year comparison. We have the February stats for both Lee and Collier counties, and we'll make sense of it and then start to talk strategy. So let's get right into it. In Lee County, we're seeing a lot of double-digit increases, just like we've been seeing year over year. Our closed sales are up 25% year over year. In Collier County, those are up 50% on single-family homes, up 50% year over year. The median price is up 22%. It's at $330,000, very much in line with where we were last month. In Collier, it's actually down a little bit from last month, but it's up 23% year over year to $557,000. Time to contract. This is a very big one. We have super high demand, limited inventory. Here's what's going on. Properties are moving faster. It's down to 29 days from the time you put your home on the market until you can expect a contract in Lee County. That's 61% lower than last year, and it's at 44 days in Collier County. Higher price point typically takes longer, but 44 days is very low. We haven't seen those numbers I don't know, ever seen those numbers actually. New pending sales up 25% in Lee, up 38% in Collier. New listings, I want to talk about that one because we're in our high season. We're actually down just a little bit, 2.3% in Lee County, and we're up a little bit in Collier County. Now I want to touch on that very quickly because in the months coming, as we do this market report, the new listings, we're going to start to see that number go up. I'm expecting. And the primary reason for that is because last year, come March and April stats, less people were putting their homes on the market because coronavirus was in full force and quarantine was in full force. So in the next couple of months, just be aware that those numbers may be artificially inflated for new listings based on what happened last year. Okay, inventory. This is the big story. This is what we're talking about day in and day out. We are at 1.4 months worth of inventory in Lee County. What that means is that if no new homes came on the market, we would be fresh out of them in 1.5 months, 1.4 months from right now. And in Collier County, that number is at 1.8. That's down between the two of them about 70% year over year. So as we expected and as we talked about in previous monthly updates, our inventory is being sold off because we're in our high season right now. There's not as much coming on the market as was before. Demand is incredibly high for real estate in Florida. Interest rates are still very, very low. Had a little uptick, a little bump in interest rates, but all of these things are creating this environment where we're down to 1.4 and 1.8 months worth of inventory. We have about 3,700 or so properties available in all of Southwest Florida. That's all of Naples, Fort Myers, Estero, Bonita Springs, Marco Island, Cape Coral, Lehigh Acres. In all of Southwest Florida, we have about 3,700 homes for sale. Homes, condos, townhomes, residential properties. To give you some perspective, over the past 7 days, we've had a little over 1,600 properties, residential properties, go pending. And so if we take those two numbers, we've got like 2.4, 2.3 weeks worth of inventory if no new homes came on the market. So we are well into what we would consider a strong seller's market where there's good incentive for buyers with the low interest rates to still continue to buy. So how do we work best? How do you work best in this market? First of all, if you're looking to sell and get out of the market completely, we should have a conversation, and that needs to happen ASAP. If you're looking to sell and make a move into another property in Southwest Florida, then we also need to have a conversation because there's some strategy around that. I've been having an increasing amount of conversations with snowbirds who, are afraid that there's not another home on the market for them to buy, or won't be if they sell their home. But as they go up north, it gives them more time to be able to find another property before they come back down for season next year. Now, if you are a buyer who's looking to enter the market for the first time, obviously, it's a competitive market. We've got to talk strategy around that. We talked through, interest rates. We talked through most of the listings out there are getting multiple offers. I heard a story, and this is a crazy one, but it was not in our office. It was another agent who their client put in an offer of $251,000 over asking price on a property, and they did not get that property. Now, granted, it was a higher price point, but that just shows you how competitive things are out in the market here in Southwest Florida. So, as always, I would love to hear from you. Feedback and or real estate related questions that you have, let me know in the comment section below. Happy to help. Stay safe and healthy out there. Thank you very much.